The Bishop Lynch Award. Jesuit's highest honor is voted upon by the faculty and presented to the graduating senior who best exemplifies the characteristics most desired of a Jesuit senior. It is named after the Most Reverend Joseph Patrick Lynch, who was directly involved in the discussions to bring a Jesuit school to the Dallas area and was the Bishop of Dallas when Jesuit first opened its doors in the fall of 1942. This year's Bishop Lynch Award winner is a young man completely dedicated to classmates and Jesuit, serving as an excellent example of a man for others. As the lead student ambassador for our Office of Admissions, this young man is often the first student who prospective students and families meet, often giving up a free period or spare time to provide hospitality and a tour. He is also responsible for the recruitment and training of other student ambassadors. He is one of 5 seniors who leads our freshman core team, an organization focused on integrating freshmen into Jesuit through group discussions on spirituality, academics, and social activity. He has an outstanding academic profile, is a natural leader, is involved in various organizations, consistently volunteers to help with events hosted by clubs and activities outside of his own, and has a strong faith life which shines in all that he does. He serves his community with a steadfast kindness and dependability that his peers recognized when they nominated him to be a member of our Hope Squad and to serve on the Student Council. A faculty member remarked his most striking qualities, namely his dedication to advancing the school's mission, his genuine concern for his peers, his consistently positive outlook, his ability to help others see the best in themselves, and his drive to inspire are the qualities that we hope all Jesuit students will exhibit. He will attend Wake Forest University in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this year's Bishop Lynch Award winner who will address us this afternoon, Ashton Krug.
Good afternoon, Father Hewitt, Mr. Ursing, Mr. Garrison, other members of administration, members of the board, faculty, parents, family members, guests, and the class of 2024. I am deeply humbled and honored to stand before you today and am eternally grateful for this opportunity to share not only what made Jesuit so special for me, but also how to carry Jesuit into the real world. So, what is Jesuit? Well, I don't think it's quite possible to settle on one specific answer. The yell, the senior courtyard, navy blazers, even hearing Bruce Springsteen coming from the smartboard as I walk into class. There's just too many aspects that pop into my mind. While Jesuit embodies all of these traits, it is also a home. It's a place where you can feel comfortable in your own skin and do whatever it is that you want to do. Jesuit is a place of no judgment. There's no such thing as theater kids or band kids. We're all in this together, and we treat each other as such. This makes 12345 Inwood Road the special place that it is. Before my time at Jesuit, I had attended a large public school. I was enjoying my time there and felt as if I had established a pretty solid group of friends. So, when the idea of going to Jesuit got brought up, I was very resistant. I had no desire for a change of scenery and simply wanted to stick with the friends that I had. To be honest with you, I wasn't even all that excited when I got accepted and did not truly appreciate the amount of doors that had just opened for me. Days later, following my acceptance into Jesuit, a global emergency called COVID emerged, and everything was shutting down faster than we could process. Before we all knew it, we were finishing our 8th grade year online and were quarantined inside of our houses for months. During this quality time with my family, my parents reached the decision that I would be attending Jesuit in the fall of 2020. And at that time, I was devastated. I was leaving all my friends behind to go to a school that I hadn't even heard of until 6 months before. But before I knew it, I was stepping foot on the Jesuit Dallas campus for my first day of high school. Freshman year was quite the roller coaster for everyone. We had no freshman barbecue, no freshman mixer, and no ranger rally, all of which were meant to introduce us to Jesuit and the people that make it so special. Upon our arrival on campus, masks were required, and we had to follow a school day structure of blue and gold cohorts. For those unfamiliar with or forgot about it, basically, half of the student body would attend in-person school on a blue day, and the other half would be online. Then, vice versa would happen for the gold days. On top of being in cohorts, we had to eat lunch in a maximum of 4-person tables separated by plexiglass that made it near impossible to hear each other. It seemed as if all the odds were against us, and there just wasn't a lot we could do about it. This was especially hard on me. I had 4 classmates come with me to Jesuit that year, and I was only friends with maybe 1 or 2 of them. So, with the COVID restrictions making it extremely difficult to make new friends, and me not having a lot of friends to begin with, I really started to trend downward. I wasn't really making any new friends, my grades were not where they should have been, and I wasn't really enjoying my time on the football team. Then one day, I had an idea. What if I put myself on social media and started posting videos of me dancing and trying to make people laugh? Maybe that would help make me some new friends. Boy, was I wrong. It seemed everyone was in fact laughing, but not in the way that I had envisioned. Instead of laughing with me, they were laughing at me. This only made things worse, and things were beginning to look hopeless. Eventually, it felt as if I'd hit rock bottom, and all my fears about coming to Jesuit were proving to be true. So, what did I do? I turned to God. Just over halfway through my freshman year, I sat in my bed one night, clutching on to the metal cross that my grandparents got me to celebrate my confirmation, and I listened. I listened to what God had to say for what felt like hours, until I felt something spark up inside of me. I began to think to myself, look at all the opportunity that lies in front of you. Go out there and go make a name for yourself. So that's exactly what I did. The first step was attacking Jesuit with a positive mindset. A bad grade on a test doesn't make the grass any less green or the sky any less blue. In the words of the great Bob Marley, every little thing is going to be all right. I then started to engage with more people, finally started to make more friends, and soon enough, I found myself nominated to be an admissions ambassador. This, ladies and gentlemen, was the first moment where I was able to think to myself, wow, people really do see me for who I am. After that, the rest took care of itself, and people started to recognize in me what I needed to recognize in myself. It truly is crazy how much just a positive mindset can change your life for the better, and how one moment can help that positive mindset come about. This positive mindset is something that I carry each and every day. Something else I carry every day, as well as all my classmates in front of me, are the Jesuit ideals wherever we go. And to explain the importance of doing that, I'd like to use a more personal example. My father, every day for the past 25 or so years, has carried chapstick in his pocket wherever he goes. I learned quickly at an early age that if I ever needed chapstick, I could always count on him having it. Now, carrying the same thing with you every single day can be difficult at first, but after a while, it almost becomes second nature. The same thing applies to graduating from this place that we've called home for the past 4 years. Wherever we go, in-state, out-of-state, or even to another country, I know that we will all carry the Jesuit ideals that we've come to embody over our 4 years here. No matter what kind of day we might be having, the Jesuit ideals are always there. We might be having a really awful day, but the chapstick is still there. We might be having a fantastic day. The chapstick is still there. Once we graduate from Jesuit, the ideals that we've embraced never leave us. They're still there. Let's take what we now possess and spread the goodness amongst the world. And when we do it, let's do it with intentionality. Now, what does that mean, do it with intentionality? Well, this is something that I've learned through my time on Inwood Road. Doing something intentionally can be as easy as yelling headache to warn of the heat-seeking missile of a spike ball that was just launched at someone's forehead in the senior courtyard. It could also be spending so much time reassessing with a teacher that there was now an imprint of where you sat in the couch. My point is, instead of just hopping in the passenger seat on the road of life, let's all be the drivers. Only we control our own destiny, and what better way to kick off the rest of our lives than here, through Jesuit Dallas, with the class of 2024. And now, I'd like to close this out by expressing my sincerest of gratitudes to the people who matter most. To all the teachers that have impacted my life in the most positive way imaginable, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for letting me feel comfortable in embracing who I am in and out of the classroom. Thank you for letting me be me. To the SMU staff, the student council, and anyone else who participated in making this event possible, thank you for all of your efforts that went into making this event as special as it is. Your efforts are not unnoticed. To my brothers, Tanner and Hudson, thank you both for keeping me in line and encouraging me to be better. I am so proud of you both. Tanner, as junior year rapidly approaches for you, go in with a positive mindset. I know people make it out to be the hardest year, but you are more than capable of conquering it, so don't ever forget that. Hudson, I am so excited for you to start Jesuit next year, dude. So many opportunities lay ahead of you, and I know that you're going to take advantage of every single one. I love you both so much. To my mom and dad, there's so many things I want to thank you for, but unfortunately, I can't fit them all on the page. Thank you for always believing in me. Thank you for pushing me to be the best me that I can be. Thank you for also putting me in my place when I was occasionally late for curfew. And most of all, thank you for loving me unconditionally. I know I can be a lot sometimes, but no matter what, your love remains steadfast. And to the rest of my family, thank you all for your continuous support in everything that I do. I'm going to miss those Sundays at Lexington with the little cousins trying to tear me and my brothers to shreds. I love you all. And finally, to the class of 2024, thank you for your friendship and your brotherhood. These past 4 years together, through the trials and tribulations of COVID, have shaped us into what I believe to be one of the strongest brotherhoods to ever come out of this institution. 4 years ago, on our first day during a freshman class meeting, Mr. Ursing asked us, "What time is it?" To which we all turned to each other and said, "I don't know, like 9:15?" Mr. Ursing said, "Well, no, the time is now." Well, everybody, whether we realize it or not, the time is in fact now. Let's take that leap, let's carry our chapstick, and let's go set the world aflame with our love for Jesus. God bless, and go Rangers.